On May 13, 2024, the 9.4 patch was released, and in this video we're going to take a look at some of the noteworthy things added and changed with this update. So let's dive in. The 9.4 patch brought two new maps to life, Crystal Cave and No Towers Allowed Crystal Cave Challenge. The Crystal Cave end map rewards are four new weapons, the Crystal Sword, Gun, Spear, and Staff, which has now been renamed Crystal Cane. As of now, the apprentice weapon, the Crystal Cane, is the darling of the bunch and competing with the Emerald Staff for apprentice DPS weapon superiority. The other three weapons don't seem to be talked about much. For survival, the Ethereal Ancient is a viable melee DPS pet, and the Chromatic Gemstone is a great builder pet that can cap stats at 800 and also has a 40% move speed bonus. As far as armor quality goes, Crystal Cave is its own quality. It's better than Coastal quality, but below Infested quality. Even though the map is not Infested quality, I still feel it is a viable map for campaign weapon farming and survival armor and pet farming. Crystal Cave is a pretty good map, but NTACC was the big story with this update. A DPS map that drops armor as its end map rewards? Sign me up. When the update first dropped, it seemed everyone was getting crazy armor pieces from the NTACC. Basically, NTACC rewards 6 armor pieces per hero at the end of the challenge. 240 armor pieces are rolled, and the 6 best are chosen as a reward. This became a great alternative to a more active way to farm armor. Sadly, the rewards were nerfed twice, and the mobs and bosses buffed twice, and being able to run this map on Nightmare does require the right team to complete. Higher end players are still able to farm Nightmare with splits, but I am not one of those players. I had to take a different path and run the map on Insane Hardcore with 4 splits. The armor may be slightly less in quality, but still pretty good for most players like me. For quality of life updates, the step towards melee target button toggle is huge. Players no longer have to go into options to turn it on and off. We can now just press Ctrl Z. A huge update that endgame players love is that TBR now drops armor as an end of map reward. This has basically become the main armor farm for the elites of our Dungeon Defender society. Another great update is that you can now unequip certain gear by holding down Shift or Control when you click Unequip All Gear. Holding down Shift removes your armor, holding down Control removes all your accessories. This is a nice addition and makes it much faster if you need to swap gear between heroes. Moving on to balance changes. The main ones for me are Tropics loot quality moving from Infested to Coastal, Staves excluding Ember Scepter, Moonstaff, and Rainmaker buffed again, and the Countess Call to Arms getting nerfed. The hated Countess is a little less indestructible now. And that's all I wanted to cover. I feel that this was a big update that really changed how many players farmed armor. Early endgame players had a map they could actively play and get decent armor, and so did endgame players. What did I miss? What did I get wrong? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and happy farming.